Nikola Jokic is one of the best players in the league right now. With his outstanding court vision, soft touch around the rim, and unorthodox shot-making ability, the Joker seems to appear in every NBA highlight reel, making one great play after another. He's also a great character, and that combined with his skill set makes him one of the most likable players in the league. He gets talked about way more than he talks about other players, but let's see who are some of his favorite players from around the league. If Nikola Jokic is your favorite player, then Stephen Curry is your favorite player's favorite player. The Joker's a magician with the ball, but even he gets impressed by Steph's skill set. Stephen Curry's pretty much unanimously the greatest shooter of all time, but what makes him even more dangerous is that he's an amazing ball handler, has great touch around the rim, but also is a phenomenal off-ball cutter. In an interview, Jokic was asked who he considered as the NBA's most impressive player, to which Jokic replied, "For sure it's Steph Curry. I say that to pretty much everyone. If you don't like watching him play, you probably don't like watching basketball as a sport altogether. He plays in such a lucid way. I sometimes catch myself thinking, look at what this guy is doing. But my god, his shots just keep falling. He pulls up from such distances, I feel like my shots wouldn't even reach from that far away." Whenever two players reach the heights that Curry and Jokic have, it's always fun to see the admiration that exists between them. Jamal Murray and Jokic have basically been teammates throughout their whole NBA careers. Murray was drafted by the Nuggets in the 2016 NBA draft and joined forces with the then 3-year pro Nikola Jokic. With the way the two complement each other's games, they formed one of the deadliest duos in the NBA. Jokic and Murray have a great relationship off the court, which is naturally transferred into a better chemistry on it. The Denver Nuggets reached the NBA Finals, and Jamal played a huge role in their path to it. As somebody who had injury problems in the last couple of years, Jamal managed to get back on the floor better than he's ever been, and that resulted in the Nuggets making a historic run, as well as Murray getting the high opinion on him. I mean, he deserves even more. He's averaging a lot, like 30 points on great efficiency, which I think is very hard to do, especially when you have such a high average. But not just his scoring, his energy's amazing. Ever since the first round, he's been our best player. He's really stepping up. Even if he doesn't make his shots, he doesn't fall back, he's still fighting, and I think that's the best thing about him. And that gives us a great feeling when we're playing alongside him. While Boban Marjanovic and Nikola Jokic haven't played together in the NBA, they have been teammates for the Serbian national team as well as Megabasket. Obviously, with the two being amazing characters, the big men have become great friends throughout the years. Nikola even considers Boban to be one of his best friends in general, not just from basketball. He's my best friend probably in the NBA. I played with him 5 years ago together, and then I played against him. It's kind of a long relationship. He was my best friend, he's still my best friend in the NBA. He's like my really good friend. While the 2022-23 MVP award went to Joel Embiid and the 76ers big man won the battle against the Joker, Nikola Jokic is still winning the war 2-1. However, while Embiid cried his way to an MVP award and said all types of stuff in regards of Jokic's trophies, Embiid tried to belittle Jokic and his achievements, but the Joker still remained cool and humble like he always is. When asked about whether or not Joel Embiid deserved to win the 2022-23 MVP award, Jokic said, "I don't think about MVPs anymore. And I think people are just mean at saying that Joel Embiid shouldn't have won it. I think he should have. He was playing extremely tough basketball through the whole season, and he was really amazing in every game he played. Fair and polite at all times, even when others achieve more. That's the true meaning of a gentleman." The matchup between the Lakers and the Nuggets in the 2022-23 Western Conference Finals was a walk for Denver. While everybody was hyping the series up, assuming it was going to be a hard battle to win, the Nuggets brought out the brooms and swept the Lakers. The series gave us a matchup between two amazing big men, Anthony Davis and Nikola Jokic. Davis had a great series, averaging 26.7 points and 14 rebounds per game, and causing a lot of problems for the Nuggets. Despite his best efforts, AD was outshined by Nikola's 27.7 points, 14.5 rebounds, and 11.7 assists per game, which also resulted in 4 wins over the Lakers' 0. AD's performances earned a lot of respect from the Joker, who praised Davis after the series. He's really talented. Probably the most skilled guy if you think about the size and what he can do with the ball and how good of a mid-range shooter he is, and how he's attacking the glass. Probably one of the most talented players in the league. While it would be easy to make the case that the Joker himself has an even more potent combination of size and skill, this is one of the reasons why fans appreciate him so much. His humility and respect for his opponent set him apart from other players, which brings up the question, how can you not like the guy? While Luka Doncic has yet to win an MVP award, he has included himself into the list of the NBA's top players. When Doncic's peers discuss his impact on the game of basketball, it comes with a high degree of respect. Nikola Jokic, who is also one of the NBA's top guys and also great friends with Luka, makes no exception when it comes to giving Luka respect. He's a one-man army. He's the guy who can destroy you, who can really manipulate the game the right way. There's no good matchup for him. If he has a smaller guy, he's going to post him up. If he has a bigger guy, he's going to go by him. He has a deadly step back. He also has a really high basketball IQ. He has really good vision, seeing the floor on a different level. Basketball-wise, he's a really unique player. And on a personal level as well, he's a really good guy. A guy you can definitely hang out with. Jokic then answered the question if he had to pick a non-teammate to win a championship, who he would go with. The Joker's answer was obvious. Luka, of course. He's a really good friend of mine. That's about it. After the Nuggets beat the Phoenix Suns in the 2023 Western Conference semifinals, the Joker got a lot of praise from the Suns players, one of them being Kevin Durant himself. Durant said that the Joker's an all-time great and is going to go down as one of the all-time greatest centers that have ever touched a basketball. Durant dominated the league during his time with the Thunder and won his single MVP award in 2014. Meanwhile, in Serbia, a teenage Nikola Jokic was watching KD do his thing and grew up idolizing him and his game. So of course, comments like this one coming from a guy of Kevin Durant's stature mean a lot to Jokic. It means a lot to me to hear something from someone who, the guy's just amazing. He's bringing so much attention. Just a regular post-up play or a regular dribble, we're all looking at him. So when someone like that, and someone who's won it all, who was an MVP and a scoring champion, when the best scorer in the NBA says something like that, it means a lot. While the two are both fierce competitors on the court, there's a lot of mutual respect between Durant and Jokic. That was on full display with these post-game interviews following the series, as both of them had a lot of high praise for one another. No matchup is easy when the opposing team has LeBron James in their roster. The Kings' name still carries a notion of inevitability, regardless of age or score or circumstance. With the Denver Nuggets leading the series against the Lakers 3-0 ahead of Game 4, Nikola Jokic had no intention to test the King and his squad. Historically, the Lakers would have been the first team ever to come back from a 3-0 series deficit, but Nikola Jokic didn't want to risk it. I'm not going to say that I'm scared, but I'm worried because they have LeBron James on the other side and he's capable of doing everything. We're going to come here with the same mindset, same focus, and I think that that's going to put us in a situation to win Game 4. They're going to come out aggressive and be physical throughout the entire game. We're talking about a team with LeBron James on it. He's done some amazing things throughout his career, and for me, we have to end it. Jokic had the right mindset before Game 4, and he led the Nuggets to a series-clinching win. No matter the circumstances, never underestimate your opponent, especially not if the opponent is LeBron James. After a matchup between the Nuggets and the Bucks, Jokic's squad got the best of Giannis's. The game wasn't close at all as the Nuggets steamrolled by the Bucks 136-100. Nevertheless, Nikola Jokic still showed respect to the 2021 NBA champions, as well as the Finals MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo. After winning the head-to-head matchup, Jokic was full of love for Giannis. All international players have some kind of connection. I don't know what it is, probably because we come from other countries. He's my brother and he's done a lot of great stuff in Milwaukee. He's someone I look up to. Of course I admire him, he's a great guy. Do I want to do what he did in Denver? Yes, I do, of course. Well, with the 2023 NBA Finals ongoing, it seems this is a great shot for Jokic to do what Giannis did in 2021. Interviews like these play a huge role in making Nikola Jokic what he is today. Besides an all-time great basketball player, Jokic is one of the most likable guys as well, and rightfully so. Always humble and respectful, Nikola Jokic is a great role model, even for people who don't follow basketball as much. Such a great guy. Make sure to wish him good luck in the 2023 NBA Finals in the comments down below.